All right, so this is another short little episode of Apparently So, a little sort of pun there for helping some parents out with the different resources that are in our community. And I've got Anita Shimirimana. That's a tough last name to get, but I think we got it. And she is
Hey.
with Able Helpers. And so Anita and I are friends from 100 years ago with some other things that I was doing. But we crossed paths again as recently as about a year ago or so. And I just wanted to have a chance to talk with her. Now, Anita, with Able Helpers, now she can help special needs families, but she can also help the senior community. Okay, so there's two options there. And then she's also going to talk to us about in home and then also overnight. Now, hear me out, parents, because you're going to hear stuff you're going to be like, wait a minute, he just said overnight respite. Yes, now that's not the easiest thing in the world, and Anita's going to talk to us about that, but it exists. And so, Anita, tell us first of all, how would you help a special needs family like myself right now? What would you be able to do, and how would we get that process started?
Yes, so for special need, we usually do meet and greet. I come to the house and I meet with client and the family member. Then we go together what they need help with. Mostly is like daily to day activities and sitters. Some they just need somebody who can stay with the special need in case the family member have to go out or anything like that. We help with shower, dressing, meal prep, laundry, light housekeeping, medication reminder. Community outing, if it's somebody who just need to go out in the community, we help with that too.
Excellent, excellent. Now, we're not used to getting help, and so how come we haven't heard about you before? And what does it look like? So this is going to maybe people, throughout Middle Tennessee for sure, and maybe even across the state and even up into Kentucky, you're going to see this. So how come we haven't heard about you, and how do we get started? I think we would all like to have somebody at our house tomorrow. So let's go.
Yes, so we do have a contract with DDA and we do ECF choices for elderlies and ECF choices for people with disability who are under 65.
Yep.
So DDA help to pay for that. Also, we do choices, which is for elderlies, and also that paid through MCO. We do have a contract with United Healthcare, WellPoint, and Blue Care for both ECF and choices. So basically, if you have any of those type of insurance, you can contact us directly, and we can discuss how many hours you're looking for, but also has to be approved by your insurance. So you connect us with your care coordinator, and then the care coordinator send all the information to us. And then after that, we do meet and greet. After meet and greet, we sit down, we talk about exactly the kind of service you need, and if there's anything we can suggest on that. Then after that, there are some clients who require to meet with the caregiver first before they start working. We also accommodated that. So meet and greet with the agency and then meet and greet with the caregiver. And if we decide the caregiver is a good fit in the agency, then we go ahead and contact the insurance and they get everything set up.
Excellent, excellent. Now, can you work with just 10 care or do they have to be on the ECF choices waiver? Like, what if they just have regular 10 care?
I don't think regular 10 can pay for that. It has to be Medicaid under choices or ECF.
Okay, fantastic. And then tell us a little bit about the overnight respite. What does that look like? Because none of our families really have a whole lot of options. And I know that you probably have to hire people and make sure you have the staff to fill that. But if I wanted to go out of town for a weekend with my wife and get a little break, or whatever that might look like, how does that work?
So we do have some caregivers who work as fill-in. So when you need respite care, night or daytime, as long as it's respite care, you contact us first at least 2 weeks notice so we can schedule that. But also, if you pay by insurance, you have to contact them, let them know, and they give us authorization to provide service. But if it's private pay, we just sign a contract and let us know how many hours, what are you looking in caregiver, and also we match the caregiver with experience. Because if we have a client who use a Hoyer lift, we have to make sure we send you a client who knows how to use a Hoyer lift. So all of that is something we talk about before we even accept to work with you.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, just clarification, does the doctor have to call in like an order? Like, is that kind of how it works? Or can we just call our ECF Choices caseworker and try to work with you? Like, do we have to have a referral from the pediatrician if it's a child?
No, if it's already in ECF, you contact the care coordinator for
Oh,
ECF.
okay, great. What about Katie Beckett? Have you had folks working with Katie
Oh yes,
Beckett?
yeah, we do have contracts with the Katie Bucket too.
Okay, fantastic. So I know a lot of people, end up on either ECF Choices, Katie Beckett, and then some of the folks that have been around for many years, are in that Choices program, or even the 1915 is the other waiver that's been around for a while. And so,
Yeah, we take that too.
okay, great. Okay. So, what haven't we covered? Maybe on the website, show us the phone number and how do we get a hold of you and all that good stuff so we can get people calling you and getting some respite and stuff.
Oh yeah, so we also provide transportation if somebody who need transportation, like
That's right.
have a wheelchair. We do have a wheelchair vans that we use. Also, we need at least 24 hours for that for the transportation.
Okay,
We
great.
do cover Middle Tennessee. Middle Tennessee, we are in Good Westville, and also we do East, not East, East Tennessee, like Knoxville areas. And the number to call, this is the phone number, 615-622-61, 5613. Also have fax number and email.
Okay. And you also help folks in Kentucky, it looks like.
Oh, yes, we do.
Okay. There might
Yeah,
be a few folks that are like kind of up in that Clarksville area that might reach into Kentucky. And, it's just one of those things, one more thing for us to be able to share with some folks up there. So
yes.
awesome. Awesome. Now, just to close this out, because I don't like to waste a lot of time, but you mentioned you can do meal prep. They can come in and help us with some of the daily chores in the house and things. So talk through that. What's that? What does that look like? And how often are your folks normally in the homes? How many hours a week should the folks be looking for?
So for private pay, we require at least 4 hours minimum a day. But for ECF choices for those with Medicaid is already approved by Medicaid. So we go based on what was approved with them. But for private pay, we request at least 4 hours minimum.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, there you have it, parents. I don't like to waste a lot of time, so we're going to wrap this thing up. Anita, thank you so much for jumping on today and answering some questions. And thank you for what you do in the community and for the support you provide for the caregiver that you send into our homes. And I hope your phone starts ringing.
Oh, thank you so much. Mhm.